The odor of uneaten pizza lingers in the stale, silent air as the sun slinks slowly over the skyline. The room turns dark for all except the defiant, flicking television in the corner. I swipe a fingertip across my phone, bathing my desk in pale light. No messages. 9 o'clock. My fingers drum irritably on the armrest. It's maddening, yet I can't stop the relentless torture eating slowly into my brain. At last I leap to my restless feet, pacing the room. Religiously, I check my phone every 3 laps of the 3-piece, mumbling angrily to myself more and more. Come on, Lara. This is the 3rd time this week. Eventually, I snatch up the phone and punch call, still unable to stop my pacing. The endless ringing in my ears is as torturous as the drumming. I can feel the tension in my jaw, desperate to grind my teeth together. My whole body shakes with a rage I can't explain. Why does this bother me so much? For fuck's sake, answer the phone, Lara. I can almost scream. My foot lashes out petulantly, and painfully, at the sofa. I curse just as the ringing stops. Click. Hello. The voice that greets me is male, deep and resonant. His tone immediately halts the impetuous outburst I had prepared. With only one word, he sounds assured, answering my wife's phone as though it were his own. Who the? Hello? Who is this? I cringe. My voice suddenly sounds high and whining, impotent. Where is Lara? You must be Darren. He enunciates his words, slowly and clearly. That's me, yes, Lara's husband. This is Lara's phone, yes. Where is she? My impatience redoubling, my grip on the phone returns. You can call me Mr. Fairbanks. I have other names, but I would prefer Mr. Fairbanks. This one rushes nothing, does he? Please, call me Mr. Lyons. You're Lara's dash. I'm Lara's employer at Fairbanks & Sons, Darren. She's worked here for a few years now, I believe. Is he playing games, now? Darren? He cut me off. Okay, so where dash? His steady stream of consciousness continues, regardless. Lara is still here, in the office. She is busy working late, she has a... Finally, he pauses for a second and we're both silent. I hear a quiet sound in the background, but I can't identify it. Is that a fish tank? It sounds gurgling. Sorry, Darren, I meant to say. My teeth grit and I can't help myself. Mr. Lyons. It feels good to cut across him and silence that arrogant tone. We seem to sit in solemn, posturing silence for a moment. Excuse me. He sounds challenging, rather than courteous. Stupidly, I feel the need to swallow before replying, like a disciplined schoolboy. Mr. Lyons. My name is Mr. Lyons. I see. Fairbanks pauses before continuing. As I was saying, Darren, Lara is very busy at the minute. She has a full load to work on. It could take some time. My teeth grate and my eyes twitch slightly, fluttering as I hold back the angry expletive I want to unleash upon this pumped-up prick. Can I speak to her, please? Why am I asking permission to speak to my own wife? I'm afraid not, at the moment, Darren. She is very busy, as I said. She cannot be interrupted. Is there anything you'd like me to pass on to her? I stop for a moment. My anger feels very justified, but to whine about it over the phone, to this man simply feels wrong. I close my eyes and sigh, trying to articulate myself. I was simply wondering where she was at this hour. I'm home and I haven't heard a word from her all day. Yes, I hear you spend a lot of time there lately, Darren. His voice is naturally cold, but that one accusation hits my heart with a frozen spike. What has Lara been telling him? Excuse me. Fairbanks clears his throat and I hear shuffling. There's quiet for a moment, before he whispers a shush. Did you just shush me, Mr. Fairbanks? I cannot hide my indignation, my voice almost cracking with veiled fury. What? No, no, I did not, Mr. Lyons. Perhaps the line isn't very clear. It seems clear, to me. I can almost pump my fist in victory at being called Mr. Lyons. Anyway, Mr. Fairbanks, I'd just like to say that I'm not sure Lara should be working such long hours like this. She's barely home and it can't be good for her. We all do what we must, Darren. He leaves his sentence there, hanging infuriating with that final disrespect. What does that mean, exactly? Must I explain myself, Darren? I would say that your wife works the hours she does, because she feels it's necessary. Money is often a problem for young couples who outstretch themselves. He wants to comment on our finances, as well as our marriage now, does he? My fist squeezes around my phone so hard I don't know how it doesn't break. My whole body strains and I can hear the blood pumping hard in my ears. Money is not a problem in our household, Mr. Fairbanks, thank you. We are perfectly secure as we are. I do not appreciate the suggestion otherwise. Oh, if only that were true, Mr. Lyons. Don't worry, your wife informed me of your lack of employment. It cannot be easy on her to support the two of you right now. Things can easily turn desperate. We are not desperate. My words are ground out slowly through bared teeth, my tone deliberately steady. This time, he actually gives a full, barking laugh. Darren, please. You haven't had a job in months. How could she support you, on her puny wage? You poor boy, you've no idea, have you? His condescending, patronizing tone is driving me to turn in tight, rapid circles. I've never been so angry in my life. I feel seconds away from tearing down to her office and giving his disgusting sneer a beating. She begged me, Darren. She begged, with tears streaming down her pretty face. I feel numb. My throat closes and I can't respond. I can hear the satisfied arrogance in his voice, hear the sneering smirk painted across his face. How dare he talk like this? Honestly, Darren, I could have laughed when she asked for overtime. Overtime. I was days away from firing her and she wanted overtime. I wasn't sure she had a single talent or redeeming feature. Your wife really is a dumb, talentless, Darren, do you know that? How dare you speak about my wife like that, you pompous prick. She's more than you and your company deserve. I'll make sure she leaves and never comes back to your office. Just wait until she hears this. He laughs, again, and I lash out. A single swing of my fist smashes the mirror hanging on the wall and shreds the backs of my knuckles with glass. His laugh seems to last an age, mocking me, and I only want to replace the mirror with his despicable smirk. Darren, do you think she doesn't know? She heard every word I said just now. She's right here with me, aren't you, Lara? A pause precedes Mr. Fairbanks' quiet tut. She's shy. Don't be shy, Lara. Say hello to your husband, for me. I blink and my heart skips as I hear a muffled hello. Lara? What's wrong? Are you okay? Anxiety drives my heart rate higher and higher. Fear and worry course inexorably through my veins. My pounding ears are almost deaf to his words. She's fine. She's more than fine, she's brilliant, in fact. I was wrong, you see, Darren. Wrong? Yes, quite wrong. I thought your wife was a worthless waste of wages. I was wrong. She really is a gorgeous woman, really. I frown, confused. Over the past few weeks I've discovered a few more besides. She holds many surprises, Darren. There's no anger. I'm numb, cold. I collapse into the chair and in the silence I can hear that steady gurgling noise in the background again. I know what it is. My heart seizes, yet I somehow find my voice to whisper. Oh, not at the minute, Darren, no. She looked up at me, that day in my office. Her eyes were filled with tears, her hair was disheveled. Right there, I made her an offer. He chuckled and I could only swallow, feeling my body hollowing out by the minute. I'm struck dumb. I should just hang up, finish the call and end the torture. I can't. I just listen, in body-racking fear and anger. Fairbanks' tut is patronizing. Tell your husband that you're my girl now, Lara. There's quiet in both rooms for several seconds. Come on now, Lara. Say it. My voice returns at last, as I feel her unwillingness to obey. Lara, get away from him. You don't need him. I'll find us a way out of this, okay? Don't do what he says, just come be a dash. The words tumble desperately, stumbling and quick, before he speaks, cutting me off. You know you need me, Lara. You need this. Just to prove my point, I can hear the sounds of movement before the crack of a hand on a table. That's 1,000 pounds, Lara. That's a nice little bonus for you, if you can tell your husband who you are. A few seconds of silence are broken by a quiet, mumbled voice. I'm your, sir. My eyes close and my heart sinks, pressed under further by his narcissistic cackle. I said tell your husband, my dear bimbo, not me. Tell Darren, Lara. I can hear her sobbing and I open my mouth, when I hear her speak. Darren, I'm Mr. Fairbanks. Tears squeeze from my eyes and I silently shake out my anger. You still there, Darren? I don't respond, holding my breath. Oh, don't pretend. I know you're there. Well, keep on listening, Darren. I want you to hear this. Ready? I love you. Her words tumble through my head like bells. She yelps out her final pleasure. I don't know to whom she spoke. My heart pounds and I hear Fairbanks grunt. His voice is breathless. I'll send her back with a surprise. You will have a good night, you too, won't you?